Lovely day. All right. Do you think it's moving because of NVIDIA earnings? That's the excuse that they'll make for that. But Price said that no, like, again, this is my tinfoil hat moment, but it's like, I've said this before. The market will be set up to do something, and then the narration will be because of this, right? The market's always, or people are rather looking for excuses or something to pin on the market. I can tell you right now, sometimes I can predict the actual headline. Like the market stays in range, and you've got an event in a couple of days, but again, you open up in range, typically you're going to stay there. And so I'll be looking at that, and early in the morning, I'll say, yeah, this thing isn't going anywhere. And we've done this a lot, right? Where we're like, yeah, it looks like a trash day. And then trash day happens. Um, but then you'll look at the headline overnight, and it'll be like, market flat as traders anticipate FOMC meeting. You know what I mean? Like they just found something to narrate it. But is the
WM, papa.
yeah, I know, I'm in, baby. It likes when I talk to it all sweet. Tappy tap tap. Yeah, sorry, TikTok. I wasn't going over that. So, ugh, yeah, the kid. We had a lot of really fun. Yeah, today was, yeah, pretty gains filled. 400, 500% trades, 300%. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, all right. Interesting. All right, so let's. I'm glad everybody's happy. Aaron, I couldn't get out of my own bias. That's why I was bearish and it never happened. Listen, that's why when people ask me um like what my bias is, and if we my bias is set off by a trigger, right? And so like or set up by a candle close. Yesterday we talked about being bullish, being third time, candle close, solid. Um Damn, dude, they are flying. Oh, there's a fleet of three Chinooks. Damn, dude, they're right over my house right now. My windows are shaking. We're going to war. All right.
They're coming to get you.
You know what? I wouldn't even fight. It'd be like, can you guys at least take me to jail in the Chinook? Rappel me down. All right. Now, so let's go ahead. A great day. Awesome. Again, for the start of the YouTube video, we March 1st at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday. We are going to start. It's a light introduction, right? We won't need a ton of time, or it's not you don't need to whip out your pencils and paper. We're going to get into the heavier stuff during the week. Um, it'll be a good first class, but it's setting the framework for the class in front, or for uh, the rest of the classes in front of it. So, but just throwing that out there. IWM, sheesh, baby. See, it likes when I yap. It likes when I yap, baby.
It's like when you talk.
Likes it. Likes it. Look at it go. Look at it go, man. Come on, man.
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah. Well, okay. Slow that down. But guys, oh man, dude, I just love doing what I do, man. This shit's gangster.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
papa. Good shit, dude. You killed it today, bro. Good shit.
yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it the whole thing. That's 50% of that whole range created this morning, and then again, that target overhead is going to be right up in those, basically right off of that 265.28. So you can reduce some risk and start selling. Yes, this no, the workshop will not be on TikTok or on YouTube. It's just inside of the Discord. All right. So let's get into the closes here, which again are subject obviously to change. Man, IWM. So we're gonna keep this one on the side over here as we're looking for that target overhead. And let's multitask. All right, folks. So as we get into the end of the day, and because that one's moving, we're gonna focus on what's overhead, right? And let's get rid of everything. Like, let's start fresh and let's just mark out our lines in the sand. What needs to happen? That needs to happen. Are you pretty close? Yes. Is closing above these 614 area perfect? Yes. This sets us up for the potential empty space that we can't see here, but we know exist because of the lower time frame giving us, and I'm splitting this just slap in half, right? That's 623, and we'll measure that from here. So to the upside, we're looking good. That is at least guaranteeing us a move to 617. Now, lower time frame, this has been the pinnacle of rejections, and now we're closing right in the face of all of this power or all of this volume. And again, as we look to our left, there is not much, if anything, to stop us. Hello?
Hello.
No, somebody just knocked
Hello.
on. Bro, all right, maybe this house is haunted, dude. Somebody just knocked on my
Hi.
door. Somebody definitely just
No,
knocked on.
that's an echo. An echo.
Well, I didn't see it look like that. Well,
See, look
Look
like
at
what?
those beautiful blue eyes.
I was right out front of your door.
Did she look back at you?
Hey, get
The
out
best
of here.
eyes, the bluest eyes.
Somebody was
They
knocking
said
the
you
ass.
had the
How was
bluest
it put?
eyes.
That's gambling, not a strategy. What are we talking
I
about?
heard you mention last night during the State of the Union. There's a guy named Potter.
He did. He talked about me last night. It was crazy. Breaking the markets using Cade's AI. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. A little
Brought
throwback
your
out there.
candles.
Uh,
Candles. The way to
Sorry,
do it.
that was out of pocket. IWM, fuck, dude. I'm trying to focus on giving you guys analysis right now, but I'm making biggity bags here. I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit off of this. Again, I got weekly, so you need to secure profit into strength. And as I say that, it pulls back a little bit, but all right, that's sitting at the 50% mark. If we show any weakness here, we'll pop down a retest. All right. So now let's discuss the climate that we're going into, right? And again, I'm going to pull this down. 622.40 would be that first target overhead. And again, we still need clearance tomorrow over 617.50 on the diddly dot. That's where we clear. That's where we rip. All right, now, perfect. Sorry, guys,
Oh my
TikTok.
God.
I'm on. Yeah, we're ripping this one right now, guys. So excuse me if I'm interrupting. If you guys are on TikTok, be sure to tap your screen. No. Oh, all right. Now, because of NVIDIA earnings, yes, NVIDIA has massive weight on the Qs. If NVIDIA, which we're going to look at now, right, on the 24-hour, and I know some of you guys are fucking itching for it, so here it is, right? On the weekly, you have secured a candle close, not close, excuse me. You have secured price outside of all of that. All of this overhead resistance that has held you down, folks, since December. Since December, we have not touched this price. Now, that definitely in the face of sellers, right, or could be propping it up for sellers to try to bring it back down. But the only thing that we really have in front of us is this weak overhead at 190.50, right? It's kind of served as that overhead resistance a multitude of different times. And so now that we're approaching it with a catalyst, what's above? We have a 202.50 target, and I have a gap cost basis target of 206.81. All right. I can't show IWM right now. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to do analysis and trade at the same time, so that right screen is for the TikTok. I'll take a look at. I'll take your guys' request if you're on TikTok. Just give me a minute. Food's here. Also, there's a ghost. Now I'm not going to give you just one target, right? And of course, if you're going into any earnings setup, I would say this one's absolutely more bullish than anything. And with that bullishness and with that potential rip up to 202 and rip up into the median here, into that smaller, lower time frame gap, that could usher in a pretty decent setup for the Qs. And again, it's about what's in front of us. If we are able to clear that, then I would see no problem in seeing another big day tomorrow coming out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of consolidation, which typically it's going to be about 2 to 3 days of continuation if you break whatever is overhead, which is just 617.50. Man, IWM, you're a little fucking beast, aren't you? I love this. I love this fucking ETF, man. IWM has got to be. I mean, I'm going to talk about it in the workshop a lot, but it's like, man, as far as building a small account, you know, or even, I mean, it's just good for everybody. It's good. Low risk, high reward, target-based contracts. Damn. As I said, you see that? It likes when
Let's
I
go,
type.
baby.
It loves that, dude. It loves it. We love each other. We love. Wait, hey, hold on. It's scared of commitment. All right, now taking a look at SPY. This one's not going to be my cup of tea, right? Mostly because there's just so much overhead, ranges directly in front of you, but we are here, which again, over that 693.75, the obvious target is going to be the previous highs and potentially all-time highs. That's it. That's all we have in front of us. And so by the end of the day, or again, and I will say this, I'm not trying to get you guys to take short plays. I will be hedging tonight with something far out of the money, not on SPY, but on the Qs, something far out of the money, just in case, obviously, NVIDIA earnings goes not well at all. Because this could serve, and so could the Qs, that overhead 617.50 could serve as a rejection point. Yeah, if you guys are holding Hood, we just got a new high on Hood. It's looking even better for a potential swing overnight. I don't know if anybody is still holding those contracts. I'm currently holding the $80 strike, which is up 300%. So everything on that one is completely risk-free. But I'd really like to see this one. I mean, it's closing just fine. So, all right. Now, IWM, which we are currently hustling right now for some cheddar, is not really showing. It's funny that we're trading it right now and it looks like hot dog water on the 24-hour. But let's look at the footnotes here, right? So first of all, in our most recent price action, we got a green candle trying to approach and push over that candle close of 265.35. The overhead target and most obvious target here tomorrow, or for maybe even a pushback or push tomorrow or overnight, would be 266.75. Mirrored or partnered with, 267.50. So two targets, two take profits. Obviously, as long as we close and push over this very obvious overhead resistance of 265.50, the closer we get, the better it sets up. We were able to bounce off of the floor like we talked about this morning, and my God, if you missed out on the Qs, if you were unable to take that trade with us, you, again, don't waste time being all sad about it. Look forward, and this was one of those opportunities where you could have leaned away from what had already moved and focus on what is likely to move. But with that being said, I do believe that if we do if we do push up overnight, that should line up with a confluential target overhead, which will be that 267.50, maybe a little bit extra. But that's where we would be contemplating potential all-time highs again. All right. If you would like what hours am I on live? 8 o'clock to sometime 8 to 8:30, depends on how the market opens. Basically to the bell, or 10:30, 11. And then I hop back on at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. So, and Sunday, usually about 6:30. Christian Pantoja, yeah, I don't know about all-time highs on the cues, but it will set you up to get there. I'm just looking at what's directly ahead of me, and that would be again 61750 and the massive amount of empty space over here to my left. So sold my 79 and $81 hood call, took my W and bought the $85 call. Was that the wrong move? No. Depends on what the expiration is you grabbed on that, but any favorite sneaker pickups for 2026? I'm pretty selective with my sneakers. I like what those ones right there are my probably my absolute favorite, which not a lot of people. I got clowned for those. I ain't gonna lie. It doesn't bother me because I like what I like, but all right. So anyway, the are we any questions on the ETFs here? For those of you guys on Discord, anybody have any questions on that?
How far out would you do NVIDIA? 220s?
If you're willing to take that risk, you want to. The way that I mitigate risk is by looking at target-based contracts. 220 is out. I mean, I can't say it's outrageous because it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been consolidating forever. But I mean, because I feel like you would have to pick that target because the volume on the contracts closer is pushing you away. And maybe there's an alternative that you could look at. I'm not, me personally, guys. I'm not I'm not trading NVIDIA. It's you know, again, I let that train move on without me. Um, it's not a
We
terrible
taking that
setup.
thing so many times and it done nothing.
Yeah, that and then the more volume that piles in, the more the higher the probability that they would try to crush you. You know, again, another statistic, by the way, that I don't talk. I mean, I talk about the 80 to 90% of market movement is overnight, but institutions actually make a butt ton, a lot of cash off of selling options to us. Obviously, right? There's a ton of retail volume on there, and that's why those sideways areas are so fucking hard to trade. Right? Those in range days can be so difficult to trade, or they give you one pop and then you drop or you die. Nothing happens. Which is again an important thing to know because they're making money intraday off of non-movement, and overnight they're pushing it to where people wanted it to go. It's pretty funny actually. Yeah, selling options is, you know, I do it more strategically than I would to generate capital. So yeah, what's up, brother? Listen, you know exactly what I'm about to say. What's the problem with this picture? You can, but you need to go take care of that business. All right? Come here. I love you. Did you have a good day? Told you. All that dreading last night, right? Ended up being all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude. Hell yeah, man. Nice job. You yeah. Sorry, I gotta say hi to my son. Bye, buddy. Yo, will you bring me that food that just got delivered, please? The meatball sub. Wait, oh, did mom not grab it? Lord have mercy. Sorry, guys. All right, now, again, you're closing for the first time outside of one, or you're not closing because you have earnings, but it's 193.75. So the trajectory is bullish, and maybe this is, you know, how long have you been here? Since basically December, like I said earlier. So yeah, good luck. Thank you, buddy. Now go take care of what you know what. Pants. Class starts at 5:30. Yeah. All right. All right, IWM guys. Watching this one still on the 3 minute here. We tapped that high of 265.75. And if I'm not mistaken, right, that's pretty much that, almost that whole picture here. So in order to keep you away, right, they might yank this one for a retest back to 264.92 if it doesn't have the juice. So all right. If you guys have any requests or anything you would like for me to take a look at here, go ahead and drop your request now. Por favor in the Discord, in the chat bubble. And let's see what we can find and see. Maybe there might be something on the Q side that looks pretty good. Yo, snow. So I gave a target yesterday, right, of that 171. And again, simple earnings bounce, empty space, clear as a bell. So great job if you were able to trade this one. Can't catch them all, but that was a pretty good setup. Now, we can recognize pretty simply, right, that the price is nearing the box above, and so of course you would be looking at its potential of breaking in, and one of the ways that I can kind of spot that is what the box is made of, right? And this will kind of help. That doesn't help. That'll kind of help us again look at what needs to happen and how fluidly it can. So on the higher time frame, on the hourly, you're mostly empty here, right? So there's not a lot of structure directly up above you. It looks like 172 on the 1 hour time frame will be your floor, and that would need to be recovered. Period. Point blank. End of story. Once that happens, it would, yes, be the 50% mark of this 24-hour box, which looks like it's going to be settled around 178. And then at that point, you could start looking at the 190s. So this could, again, you know, a good strong candle close here. I would be looking to at least reach a little bit into that box. So. Am I playing NVIDIA? Absolutely not. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Do I want to? Yeah. I'm tempted. Do I need to? No. Do I see something that makes me squeal? Nope. Now, that's pretty badass. 24, I don't know when. Okay, so what was that? No, I don't even have earnings. Okay, so the target overhead would be that 371 and, of course, 378 area here. And you actually have 3 targets. You have that overhead here, that candle close here. And so those 3 targets would be the first candles that you would be looking to close. 24-hour or 4-hour, rather, you know, again, if you already have it, fine. But if it's not closing outside of structure, that's where the setup gets a little bit more difficult, or rather trying to hang on to a target is going to be a whole lot more difficult. So we have to move down into the lower time frame where I could have predicted this. You've got a channel, right? And typically a lot of the times coming off of some of these weaker bounces or just springboard bounces, you're looking at a channel similar to, what was it, Coin, right? Which Coin was able to go and continue pushing out of it. So that's how I usually deal with these, is I'll look at where, you know, potentially there's a confluence with that or psychological number. That's 365, and that'll be the gauge. If you can get past that 365 on the 30-minute, that 371.30 is all yours. Not bad, but I deposit 200. Yeah, Mr. Gill Trader, dude, you could have been so much more, dude, when you were born. You could have been something great, bro, but you're in somebody else's live because you're really not that good, and you gotta use me. You know what I mean? So like, dude, go make something of yourself, because this is not what your mother wanted for you. Ooh, that was a little harsh. That one hit. Oh shit, that shit kind of rebounded. I felt it. Damn.
You know what? You know what I felt like just now?
Hmm.
This girl I went out with in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. Her mother said, "You're a
Good
gambler.
story.
You're never going to be anything."
One bad people meet is not told all people are scammer. Really, Mr. Gill? Really? It's not working. Whatever plan you had, the execution is terrible, brother. Check my story? No, but check out these. Blocked. All right, let's go. Keep it moving here. Crowd looking crowded. CRM. Let's see that one on the 24-hour time frame. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad, right? Good move through that area, but not super duper clear. So let's clear it up. Cool. Cool. Very nice. Overhead target. That looks good. 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 195.50. We're bullish again. Okay, so I see what happened here. Built a box, popped up, and then punched down. So that old cost basis. So your next target overhead is going to be 194.80. And I believe that if you can clear that, you should be looking all the way to 209. Let's see, anything on the 24-hour? Yo, definitely. All right, so peep game, right? Sorry, I'm multitasking here, guys. If I pause like that, it's because I'm managing something or doing a lower time frame analysis. So he said, so take a CRM. That's not what I said. If it's your risk reward, go for it. I do like it. There's a couple things that need to happen. Great candle close. This is the trigger that you're up against right now. So by the end of the day, you have 1 hour to keep it pushing. All right, maybe that IWM retest happening here. Watch that 264.95. All right, now what else do we have? We have, yeah. If you would like to stop out or re-enter on KDP, it did retest like I kind of thought we would if we were unable to cross this and continue moving to the upside. The one thing that I don't mind about this setup is it is moving very with some whip and nay, if you will. You're leaving behind pockets, like even how you're falling here. So it just feels like a little bit of, I don't like using the word manipulation because it's not. It's just price. People say it's manipulation when they're getting cooked. But in order to not get cooked, I'd be making sure that $30 holds. I get that if you want to re-enter, you could be using the 15-minute box to try to maybe nab yourself a longer expiration contract. It's not the biggest move in the world. It looks big, but it's for KDP or price wise, not a ton. Yo,
And saving the hassle, the contracts don't move very well.
that is also true. All right,
Yeah,
now,
kind of theta kind of eats it up just a little bit, doesn't it?
yeah. Oh, this has earnings? Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, okay. Target 150.90. Again, when I give you targets, those are typically the contracts that I would want to take. All right, I take target-based contracts, and I'm pretty good at my targets. So 190 above, right? If earnings, so this is how this is going to work out. And we'll see if earnings does shoot through this box and you get 190, opening up above that would allow you to keep moving up into the 204 level. This, right, which this candle is subject to change. If you are sitting here and this is a retest, right, that's where you would see that 150. But I mean, I will say, it is an interesting setup to get to at minimum 190. Hold on, let me see if I can see something here. I do see something. Yeah, 190. IWM retest was 264.95. Y'all, I have this food sitting in front of me, and I am starving. I'm going to snack on it.
I just want to say you're friggin' amazing, brother.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, dude.
Hey man, you can eat whatever you want.
He said you can eat whatever you want. I'm eating falafel.
I'm not talking about the food, bro.
Yeah, that was funny.
We got Hannibal Lecter in here. No,
You want some good meat?
Oh,
Need some
shit.
further beans, huh?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I just want to watch a movie.
I like to give you about 25,000. 15 for me, 10 for you, and let it roll, bro.
You're always getting full. Yeah, well, look at me, dude. It's clearly not doing anything. All right, let's see. What do we got now? Amazon, Jamazon. What is that? Me? I'm tempted to take this one with you. I like the pressure. I like the resilience, right? Where you didn't have it before. Obviously, we still need 212.50. There's three resistances in front of you. So I would maybe have like a week or two, and again, this is the 2-hour time frame. But it doesn't look bad. 217 and potentially 221. I actually really like that a lot. Potter low key can take a bite out of me. Oh my God, Jose! Every time I read your comment, dude. Damn, falafel is good, bro.
I'm starting to wonder, is everybody got a second side to them?
I think, dude, you know those videos like people, like there's this one guy who crushes fruit with his head and pretends to be a hydraulic press. And I
Yeah,
just think, and then like
yeah,
I saw this girl on, she had like dressed in all white and covered herself in like Vaseline, and she's like sliding on the floor. Dude, a weird ass video. My For You page is fucked. But it just makes me think, man, you really, really, really don't know what's going on at somebody's house. Like, there's some real weird shit
Yeah, no.
happening.
I've feelings on it for you, man. I'm sure you go back and tell the wife, like, this guy told me to rub him down a Vaseline.
Yeah. I think I used to say this shit to people. I used to be like, yeah, I like to cover myself with Vaseline when I'm at home so I can see what it feels like to be a slug. I had heard that somewhere else, but yeah, I used to say it was like 19 or 20. All right, let's keep it pushing. Huh?
I used to think I wasn't normal until I started reading this all kinds of goofy shit.
Yeah, or join this Discord. 212.75. I'm gonna look at the contracts really quickly. We're good. We're making good time here, guys. It's only 3:12. Damn, dude. Oh, that's right. It's part of the Max 7. I mean, I think. I mean, 215s. Obviously, those are a little bit more pricey. You could lower the risk with 217s, but you need to trim at those targets overhead. And again, the risk is on the table with that one. You could, let's see here.
The 220s. Oof.
I mean, honestly, the 217s for 5 days out are fucking affordable. So, I mean, those are good. IWM second retest level directly underneath us is going to be off that 264.85. You want it to dip fast and get down there and go ahead and test this like it did earlier.
Yeah, $50, 55 a piece. That ain't bad.
Not bad at
5
all.
days.
If you have monthly. Oh, okay, you got it. You already got it. Okay, so for Hood, here's what I would do. If you're long, look at 73, right? If you want to take a hedge. Yeah, here. Come get your euro. That's my meatball sub. I'm not eating a meatball sub on camera. No.
Oh, you be
You're a
setting
sick
yourself
fuck.
up, man.
You're sick. You're disgusting.
Oh
Get
my
out of here.
God. Aquí traigo,
Some good
papá.
meat.
I love a good meatball sub. 78.25 on hood needs to break, but again, if because that we are just sitting there, and if any pullbacks do happen by the end of the day, this guy said, "I'd love that." All right, you got to let's get the anyway. So yeah, 75.50, and of course, if this did end up being a massive rejection, you could protect yourself with 73.17. Again, I love the setup. I think it looks great. It if anything, just needs 79.14, which you could, if you would rather wait, or if you're a day trader looking for an entry, it's gonna be over there that'll get us there. Now again, lower time frame. Where can you stop out? I would use the 5-minute. That little fucker right there. Excuse my language. You're liable to bounce off of it like that. But if you lose it, you can find a re-entry somewhere else. So Jay Diamond just followed you? Is he here?
I mean, he would have to, don't he? I mean, at this point.
I don't know. I thought you
You
were
should
Jay
make-
Diamond, dude.
Look at it rip.
That's too good, bro. All right. So I hate this stock so much. And although it did exactly what we said it was going to do, and I am up 60% on it. I took a small position on TTD, looking for 26.23. So as far as candle closes, recoveries go, we're good to go. We 25.82 and 26.23 are going to be the next two targets overhead. Good bounce on IWM. Holy shit, dude. I be talking all day, so do you love your wife? Wait, hold on. What? You love it more than your wife, then, Jose? What are you
Damn, that's
saying in this chat, Jose?
What's happening?
I don't know.
What's happening?
Jose is losing his mind.
Hold on, so he's talking about your fanny pack.
Oh,
Ah,
wee. All right. What's going on, dude? I don't know. Every day, like when we have days like this where bags are made, man, they're happy. People are stoked right now. So, AA Queen, dude, I remember
Hey.
buying AA equity at $17.
Is that Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, yeah. And I used to call it Alcola, even though that's not his name. I just be saying.
Oh my god.
That's a great setup on the weekly. Great setup to go to $79. And what's clearance? Clearance happens at 68.85. Where do you need to hold? You need to hold. Hold on. Okay, very good. So yes, good candle close. $67 break. And then up. By the way, if we do end up losing, 264.81 plays dead. Watch for 264.65 retest. Is the $80 a month a good place to start with your program? It's a good place to see what my Discord is like and to make a good decision on whether or not you actually want to commit to being an independent trader, learning my strategy. And, again, joining the group is not a requirement to be successful. It can definitely help. But the Potterbox workshop is where I tell people to start. And you have access to last class and all the classes that I've done as well as this one. But all right, anyway. Now, again, if you're taking this AA call, I just gave you a bunch of weekly and higher time frame analysis, but every time we look to take a play, or we have taken, or we are taking a play, you should know what is below. 64.85 is below, so retest, which typically happen off of big expansion levels, and you also have, if that fails, a retest of 63.81. So, all right, now let's see what else do we got. Okay, we're good. TikTok, YouTube, what are we looking at here? Let's check on silver. So it's grinding up, kind of the way that we thought it would. Today, again, it's so funny what they are leaving you with now. But as far as floors breaking over that 80 and holding on to 81.50, I mean, now you would be looking at $85.15 and 87 flat. Those would be two targets overhead on silver. But you know, it's not leaving you with a ton of information. I can tell you that for sure. All right, let's look at Reddit. I like Reddit. Failed to get in it. So that was I had too much going on today. Too much green. But like I said yesterday, right? Who cares? Because I'm still in structure. We are still coming out of this range, right? On the higher time frame. So good candle close, right? Obviously, this actually reminds me a great deal of Hood. It looks like Hood, which is good. But we are looking for a 151.24, which is where I could find myself getting into this trade. Or, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad setup. But yeah, 151.24, break overhead, and you've got a ton of empty space.
I'm so hot.
All right, what happened here? Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a sneaky bite of this meatball sub, dude. Oh my god.
Hi.
You eating glizzies on camera?
Yeah, you are.
Guys, bite that sandwich.
I can handle a big package on my own.
All right, here, bro.
That how it tastes.
That was perfect.
It's like meat. Yeah, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Can you verbally assault me?
Wow.
Oh my god. I almost just choked on the meatball sub.
Bro.
You did.
Don't say it like that. Why'd you say it?
Somebody put that.
All right, we gotta.
What's that?
Me.
All right, let's focus. Let's log in. Let's log in. I like Reddit. I'm thinking about taking it a little bit early here. Because some of these equities have been beaten down. And it's one of those situations where, you know, if NVIDIA Qs go up, I mean, it might give people the bullish signal. And a lot of these ones that are coming off the ground may pick up momentum, like Hood and like Reddit. Just ripping ass right now up against that 150. 150. 160.
157.63.
Yeah. They're a little bit more expensive than I'd like them to be for being that far out of the money, but I mean, it looks good. It fucking looks good. You guys are crazy, bro. All right, IWM failing right there, so now and all of the empty space target. Listen, everything got hit. Everything got hit. So now, right, we're focusing on the end of day and how we respond to that structure that we just built up underneath us. A lot of empty space back down. So just throwing that out there. Kava. I think I have one contract left. Yeah, I have one contract or two. Oh no, I have one contract left. That was the order fill. 460 or 460%. Sorry, I'm having a hard time communicating. But I'm done with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only other thing that I'm currently holding on Kava is equity. All right. Other than the runner. All right. What else? What? And make sure to mention if it does have earnings. Motion Man, I'll try to get back to on that one. Hey, I'll take this with you. I'll take this with you on the break. Over 259. That is a no-brainer. Anybody, even if you've got rock brains, you could take this and make money. There's a 301.65, 306 target, and of course, a whole lot more. But But today isn't going to be the candle that necessarily seals the deal for me. But at the same time, right, we do have a candle close on the floor. And in the most recent price action outside of that range, which we have empty space up into this box, 286. So punching through this, that would set you up for that 1, 2, 3, and that could be a nice juicy trade. Damn. You guys are commenting. The chat is going fast right now. If you guys would like to make sure that your request gets taken, I'm just going to give you a little cheat code here. Go to YouTube. There's 6 comments right now on YouTube. So, which I can't, these are moving hella fast. All right, let's keep it pushing. Come on. 324, perfect. Also, Spartan, let me take a look at your chart really quick, see how you're doing. Good job. Good job. Now, you could sink this down, but good job, right? Because if you break through this, you're pretty much going to go. Not exactly sure where that's coming from, but I think that's that same level that I had. Can I explain what I mean by in and out of the money? Yes, in the money is when your contract, the price has surpassed the strike price of your contract. So if I have a $50 strike and price is at 52, I have the in the money contract. If I'm picking a out of the money contract, price has yet to reach or pass that particular strike price. So I'm looking at target based contracts, typically out of the money. There you go. See, look at that. If anybody feels like, again, I'm not saying this is a dumb question at all. That was a great question, right? But rather than like struggle or keep it, he just asked it. That's the kind of shit that I, is going to help a lot. And it's delicious. If you're not in UNH, if you're getting into UNH right now, I would say stop loss is absolutely 281. Your expiration is absolutely at least 3 weeks out. Because you got a lot of triggers up in front of you. Price is going to do what it's got to do to get there. So there's ads on YouTube. Yeah, I know there's ads on YouTube, but I mean, I guess get YouTube Premium or all right, IWM, you gonna give us a pullback here all the way, or oh, you're on your phone? Never mind. Ah, got you. Totally cool. Good job, Barton. All right, Lulu. No way. Nice job. You know what? Yesterday I kind of figured that this might happen, leaving all that empty space up behind. But let's actually look at what happened here. Let's look at the 24-hour. You know what? In order to get all the way, or to potentially get back up to 201, right? So again, going back to the analogy, right, of climbing that mountain. We take off. We packed our supplies. We ripped up, right? We tried to grab hold of the ledge at 190, failed. We tried to, and again, we were a part of that trade. Amazing. And we reached that 50% mark. Winds, cold, everything's too strong, right? So we go back. And not only do we go back, we slide back down. Retest some of the volume that's sitting underneath us, and now have re-pushed right back out. Now, because of the vulnerable empty space up above you, it would only be over exactly where you're at, which is actually a good little setup there. Let's look at the channel here as well. Interesting. Now, again, channels are meant to be broken. Channels are meant to expand. But as of right now, that is the current control. So this is either serving as a wonderful rejection spot, and tomorrow, more than likely, or excuse me, closing the way that you are, I would lean more towards that gap fill at 187 and a real, or another real retest of 178.70. Obviously, at this point, you would kind of be looking for this channel to break and a target of 193, and again, potentially above. We can't see the screen. Oh, I was about to say. One second. Hold on, sorry guys. Managing my own positions right now. Watch IWM on this 3-minute here. If you punch through this box underneath you at 264.39, which we're heading to pretty quickly now, we're testing the top of it. You're looking at a 264.37. Sorry guys, I'm managing my position. I do have a Discord, yeah. There it is, found it.
Hey, Garrett, is 315 too far out on UNH for 3 weeks?
You said is what?
315. There's a wick. It's a little higher than that other, the other wick. It's like a major floor, but there's one a little bit closer. It's like halfway through that downdraft, the down move.
Huh. And what was your strike price again?
315.
315. I think it's palpable. Yeah, I think it's not bad. Yes, and there's a wick off of that exact same right there. Yeah, so that looks
Yeah, yeah, right there. All right, thanks.
good. Yeah, that's fine. And what was the expiration on that? Sorry, I'm a little
I was
distracted
going to
right
do
now.
it. It's 60. It's 60 is the price, and it was 3 weeks out. I think it was March 6th or something. Or hang on, let me look. March the 13th.
NVIDIA Strangle. I mean, you're either you can try. It's good. I'm assuming it's so expensive. I know I'm not going to do it. And again, it's just a matter of discipline and what looks good to me. I'm not saying it won't do something crazy or won't hit 202 or more than likely go hit 206.65, but it's just not worth it. Did I finish the meatball sub, dude? I took like 2 bites. If I finished that'd be nuts. I'm halfway through though. Do I still like Hood? As far as I can tell right now, it's doing exactly. Look, I drew that literally like 5, 15, 30 minutes ago. I think we're gonna build into it. And there is a gap down below us. That's why I said maybe a $73 hedge if you're interested here. And one thing that I just in the back of my mind, my brain is telling me to take a hedge on, even if it doesn't matter what you're in. because obviously this earnings could be the justification to use like what we're seeing today and eat it all up, right? If Nvidia doesn't do well or it does actually take a big move to the downside, obviously the trajectory is up, everything looks good that way, but I'll take a very small insurance policy to give me a cushion to get out of the trade if needed. So I a stop loss on UNH. If you just got in, which you should probably be waiting to the end of the day, let's see here. All right. Period, end of story. And I don't know what your expiration is. So when I tell you stop loss, I'm telling you where I see price reversing, and that would be underneath 281.33. As far as where price is at now, you're liable to go and retest that candle closed directly underneath you, which is going to be of 283.16. So my preference would be anything closing under 282. I'd probably just look for a reentry, right? You can bounce at 281 for sure, but I'd look for a reentry there. So is NQ good for longs right now? What? That shouldn't be. Yeah, not after a massive rip like that. Here's what I'll tell you, man. That 3-minute box directly up above you on NQ, that would be my main focus. However, right, I could get down here into the nitty gritty 1 minute and tell you exactly why it's chopping. Because you're here again. How do you fake that shit off the 50% mark? Ridiculous. And then lots of overhead selling there. So for me, right, I would want to see that floor get recovered and be over 25 372. What you said, 192? Yeah, 190. I mean, as a strike price, that could be a deep, but the target tomorrow is 187.37, and then everything else, right, which again has been wicked off of, those would be your targets beyond that. So honestly, I'm still bearish. There's a hint of me that's still, I mean, it's that level. It's that 617. Right now, being where we're at, again, I can bring in a ton of different variables, and yes, there's a shit ton of empty space underneath us, but there's also empty space directly up above us. So I'm gonna stick with the trajectory that we're heading, and then try to anticipate, or rather pay attention to how, again, if Nvidia sucks and we're sitting up against this wall, things might not go, or it might do exactly that. Excuse me. God damn this wood. Oh. What do you think about sound for earnings? I don't know. Can't get it up. Hey, man, quit calling me out on my meatball sub, dude. I'm sneaking little, but it's really hard to sneak a bite of a meatball sub, dude. You gotta fight for it, That meatball sub fights back.
It does.
It does. Why do you get it? Yeah, it does.
I just wanted to hear there.
Well, you were breaking up.
Oh, you need a napkin?
Go have some on face.
Oof.
I'm not trading Nvidia. You know what I mean? Like, if any, yeah, I just don't like. It's expensive. The risk to reward is fucked. Like, if you want to straddle, you could end up just being, uh, getting theta crush on both sides. Like, yes, it looks good, but it's not for me. I mean, and yo, fast, rewind, fucking 6 years, 5 years ago. Oh man, you could have told me no. I would have found a way. I'd have been looking at derivative, like, or, some fucking derivative of NVIDIA. Best of it. Did Steelio make me that meatball sub? That's crazy. Have you had a meatball sandwich with the meatballs on the side? That's just bread with meatballs, dude. Might as well chop up the bread into noodles and just make spaghetti. For earnings, I don't hate it, right? 2 off the top, 2 off the bottom, empty space above, so $10 would be a obvious potential target to the upside. I still think it's ridiculous that this stock is even this close to, like, that you even did this, but yeah, 636 would be the target to the downside which again, if you experience a rejection and we just dump, that would be 635. So do with that information what you will. Mhm. All right, what else do we have here? One second, guys. I'm having to manage positions right now, so give me a break. Pricing in tomorrow's move. It could price it. Yeah, today. I mean, shit. What happened on the Qs today could be, front running it, but man, that's a strong 24-hour candle. Everything looks. Is anybody still in the Qs? Anybody in the Discord or on TikTok from this morning with a longer expiration? Damn, mysterious Marco. Very mysterious.
Somebody spit in the Q's mouth.
Hey, that's AI right there. That's AI for sure. Celsius earnings to $60. Yeah. Is that tonight? I'm invested.
It's tomorrow before open.
Okay. I see a retest of 54.25 off the rip, but I think there's also a much larger. Ugh. I've been hands off on this one since we nailed that trade to the upside. Yes, Dooku Void. It does go over all of those things. It does, yes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is kind of wild to be going short with a candle like that up against the wicks. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy in some senses, and I can only justify it as a hedge. Just in case, like, we gap up to 617 and then just fucking waterfall back down. But I mean, that's a strong candle leaving consolidation. And I mean, just like right here, right? Look, green candle close right where you need to be. The next day you fill up basically 50% of that, kind of grind forward, but we don't have that same lower time frame setup. We have empty space ahead of us. CCL. Yeah, everybody in the Discord, their requests are priority. So I mean, obviously, if you paid to be inside of a Discord, you would probably expect the same. I would. That's why I do it. Me. It's That's okay. It doesn't, it's got a ton of volume up above it. It's got a floor over here to your left, but again, the structure up above you is pretty heavy, right? Literally one stacked on top of another. So I think the positives here are you have that floor, good, but you still need to go break 3241 and ultimately $33 to get this one to continue pushing up. Any sort of downside would likely occur under 3115, but that's yucky. Do you have teaching content? Yes, I have a workshop. I have the YouTube channel right here, educational playlist. There's 19 videos. It's the shit. So I know I'm watching IWM. It's leaving a lot of empty space up there, but Sabin, no, no, I'm doing requests right now. I have positions, but these aren't. That's not the one that I'm. Those aren't the ones that I'm in. So, God, Kava. All right. What else do we have? Drop your request right now.
Hey, Potter, could you look in
Yeah, look at what you broke up.
PTD? They have earnings tonight. We talked about it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I actually have already have contracts on that one.
Yeah, the $30, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, kind of coming off of that, like you got the shit kicked out of you type. Yeah, floors are starting to be recovered, and so yeah, there's a shit ton of empty space behind above us. And one of the reasons that I took this setup is because it does do what it's supposed to, especially after it gets its shit kicked in. I know, guys, there's better and more professional ways to word them, but if you want the analysis raw, that's how it's coming. But same kind of concept here. It performs well, especially after a series of not, because it is torturous to trade without a catalyst. So my first target is 3440, directly up to the upside. Crazy rip, maybe into tomorrow would be like 44 at the most, but this would be your secondary target overhead. Potter, we want everything you give raw, Potter. Okay. I took them for this week to keep the risk low. My contracts are up 43% right now with a $2 spread. Can I explain what happened to all of that volume before? Below? What do you mean? Like on your chart? On the actual bars underneath you? Yeah, so I don't use volume, but I can explain to you what happened. When you hit a major overhead level, a massive amount or a major overhead resistance, orders are typically set there to be filled. And oftentimes that first fill or that first touch, right, you're going to get a high spike in volume because you have both buyers and sellers. But what you'll notice about the chart that you're showing me here is it doesn't really go anywhere, right? It doesn't go anywhere. And so immediately after that big spike in volume, orders get filled, but buyers are still on the floor holding it up, volume dies down. So, and oftentimes it's like that, where you'll get a big spike and then it'll pull back or lull back down. And that's typically, again, like so imagine this, right? In order to control price, I just need to make one large injection of cash to make sure that price doesn't go here. And I can do that if I'm an institution or a market maker. And that's usually what it's going to look like, especially as you approach higher time frame levels. But I do want to emphasize that's not something that I use, look at. I know what it is or how to interpret it, but I don't necessarily find it useful for me because it is a lagging indicator. It's happening afterwards. And I also don't need volume to tell me that, and I'm not trashing it. I know some people who still use my system still use it, but I don't need it to know, right, that empty space is going to fill. I don't. I know that it will, right? And you guys have seen that or are seeing that. God damn, Kava's at $86. I have a contract here at 588%. Good God. Oh, fuck. So $42 to almost 300. I have one contract left as a runner. And I wish I had more. I love Hot Mom 69. Any opinion on earnings? I'm not taking it. I refuse to do so. Just again, discipline wise. But this is the first time since December of last year that you have been outside of the 193.50s. That has been the area that sellers have controlled. So I see a first and most likely, honestly, this is just a small overhead resistance. I have a target if we pop F202.50 and then on the 4 hour 206.25. But I'm not taking it. You said CRM? Yeah, we like this one. I mean, I like it. It looks good. It's got what earnings tonight, right? Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks great. The 209 area is where I think it looks the best, but the risk to reward is a little bit fudged. You'd have to go out to like 225s and hope it soars, but and goes all the way up to the floor here, which is possible. But you would need a really, really strong earnings. It's not bad, but the risk reward is skewed. So what happened that made the stock market green today? Dude, whatever they choose to narrate it with, all I know is that yesterday we talked about a third tap break over the 609 area, and we had empty space and a target on a swing trade of 614. Knowing that after 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of consolidation and engulfing that on the 5th day, that we were going to move, as we typically and always do. So by the way, what's going to be happening in about a day or two? It's going to stop again, and it's going to chop your ass up if you choose to trade it. You get in, you surf the wave, you get off, and you look somewhere else. Just letting you know, it's going to happen, right? Even if we get maybe a third day, a big-ass rip all the way into the filled empty space, I expect that slowdown will still occur. So, all right. AMD. Ooh, not looking too healthy right now. However, I mean, on the higher time frame, it does look decent, but you still have a lot of work to get done. Yeah, not my favorite right there. Man, yeah, you know what, dude? This one, I think, I mean, what I wanted to see is 219.71. And what I'm not seeing, or what I'm not getting, is obviously that. We look at the wick overhead, right? And that was and has been the overhead sell level. You look at the floor that you had to reclaim or re-reclaim, right? And we're really far away from that. So everything that I would be doing, or if because you're in, again, a place, or rather a point of contention, it's now possible for you to actually set up a trading plan on the lower time frame to see where that would likely go. So I'd be looking at the maybe 515 setup. If you can break 216.80, you could start looking for price to engulf back up or move into the 230 target that we have overhead. But at the same time, right?
All right.
Anything falling back under here, and we're liable for continuation of the downside. So
Hey Potter,
mm-hmm.
what's up, man? Can you look at Cody for me?
Hobie?
Cody, CODI.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Diversified holding shares of beneficial interest. That's a lot of empty space.
Oh, sorry, and it has earnings on Friday, I think, or Thursday night.
I have never heard of this stock before in my life. If I have, I forgot about it. Everybody knows Cody. So I think the first thing is, how does it respond on earnings? Trash. Trash. I don't know why I had earnings 3 times. What the fuck is this about? Oh, never mind. I mean, I don't see anything remotely pop. I got a less than maybe $1 move, maybe. So I don't really, and this looks like obviously something to invest in perhaps or something, but if that's what you're looking at it for, it does and has had a habit of filling up its empty space after these major dumps. But I mean, this is huge. So that being said, 24-hour time frame, and this is when things are confused. Again, it's not something I would take, but I'm happy to kind of help you set up a plan. There is such thing as too much of a good thing. Oh my God, dude. It's a penny stock? Oh. Yeah, so what draws you to this stock? Can I ask that?
Just the empty space, and it has earnings on Friday.
Okay, so let me go ahead and first of all, hot dog water price action 9 times out of 10, right? Again, I see it, but this is also, I mean, you just lost. It took you ages to get up there, and you lost it in 1 day. But as far as like regular ass price action, and I'm not saying that it can't maybe long term recover all of this, but this is far, even just looking at the candlesticks, man. Like if you really look at these are 24-hour candlesticks, you are not moving, and when you are moving, you're barely fucking moving. And I see like, yeah, okay, maybe there's like a random pop, but where's the where's the signal on that one, and what is the catalyst? Because it's not anything favorable about this one. So I mean, right now I'd say you have an 855 target, but as far as an earnings setup, man, that's a lot. At least for this stock it is. So this might be something that would be better set up for like an investment, which I think it might actually be. Yeah, not enough liquidity in it. Not enough date. Okay, so what makes, right, Kava rip on earnings? Why? Now, again, this is the perfect kind of setup because it's empty space. It moves on earnings. It moves on earnings. And that is the first and most important part of your checklist. Go look back. And some stocks, they don't move unless it is earnings. And that's actually a great setup because then the contracts are going to be cheap. But Kava, right? 1, 2, 3, break up, empty space, clear, but it has volume. People know about it. You drive past it. It's if a suite comes in on it or news comes in on it, then people are going to gravitate towards it. But when you get something like that, what you just showed me on Cody, that's something that a small niche might end up being attracted to on a big price move. But that would stay under the radar for the most part, unless it did something absolutely nutty. Because we have penny stocks squeezing and popping all the time, and nobody's talking about them because they're not important, right? And I mean, you know, a lot of the smaller cap stuff, it doesn't need a lot of volume to get going, but those runs are not sustainable. So, Yassine, how do I get into this and learn the lingo? My YouTube channel, my brother, right there, Potterbox Trading on YouTube. Go subscribe, and I would personally start with the Potterbox Strategy Condensed, which is a, why is it playing? Why does it say now playing? Oh, it's a hour-long video. Honestly, I just hate how I look at that video, but that's just me being weird. But the Potterbox Breakdown Live, that one's going to teach you how to set up your trading view. The Potterbox Workshop Introduction, if you're looking on joining the Potterbox, yeah, there you go. All of these are important lives that I've done. So I'm trading
Nobody
bigger
is
stuff.
still holding Kava. You guys all got rid of that, right?
I have one contract left that I'm going to go ahead and swing overnight.
I sold that yesterday. I thought earnings were yesterday morning.
Oh my God, dude, you just made my jaw drop. That's crazy. Damn. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's kind of bothered me, but it's not that big of a deal, you know?
Yeah. I just see a punchback on Kava, which, I mean, honestly, you could still catch this fucker outside of 92.50 all the way to 100. And of course, we know that, you know, horse food could go all the way up to a 111 or, yeah.
And you guys are swinging some Qs and IWM Cs?
Qs and IW. Yeah, I have. Yeah, but it's ding ding ding. By the way, if you're looking at any IWM contracts, you can look at the 263s for tomorrow, or 262s if you're looking for downside. You know, this one not the best setup as we near the end of the day. However, the Qs, which are amped up, and this is where, yeah, we're about to touch it right now. I mean, maybe even by the end of the night, you can use 617.65 as a place to place, or where you can place your hedge, which would be more than likely around 614 and 610. So use those price targets wisely. Hold on one second. Will I ever do a prop firm thing again? Yeah, actually, I probably will. It's fun. It's more fun than anything else.
I swung the Qs and I also did some coin and some master. Kind of put all the eggs in one basket, but it's working out. So, and if it dumps, we'll just, you know, switch the tactics tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I mean, tomorrow will be fun. What is it you're actually doing? Swinging? Yeah, mostly swing trading, but you know, be day traded today. We're buying and selling option contracts. I asked your mentee about your affiliation, and he said that's grounds for termination. Rusty? Who the fuck? What does that mean? My mentee? I don't have mentees. About my affiliation? Well, I can't be terminated, so I don't know what is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about?
I think he meant he was getting terminated for talking about your stuff.
Shit can him.
No way. Oh shit, dude, he's locking down his Discord because oh shit. God, I love watching him squirm. If they knew I was just chilling, bro, that shit might drive him up the wall.
Hey Potter, if somebody asks you what you do for your strategy, just next time just say put the keys in the bowl, little bro. And if they don't understand that, they're too young for it.
Oh my God. Options are hella risky? No. They can be. But, and yeah, there's more risk associated with something that is going to expire. Man, I'm excited about what's going to happen here today or tomorrow. Oh my God, that was awkward. I just looked out my window and some lady's right there walking her dog.
Right.
You're never too young to understand. No, there's people whose kids learn and trade this strategy.
They're trying to yank TT down early right now.
That's not bad. On it, well, okay, that's bad.
Yeah, I was like, why?
Hey,
I had to double check to see what time it came out, but it doesn't look like it's out yet.
21. Hiya! Oh wow. 2125. I got 20s. Yeah, 2025. And we'll see if it bounces. That is definitely something it could springboard off of because this is a major floor for TTD. So,
But isn't the? I thought the earnings were tomorrow.
I don't think so.
I think it's tonight after.
No, yeah, it's Wednesday night.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Hey Potter Cow, can I get into the Discord with you guys and trade with you guys? Go to my website, pottersockstrading.com. There's the workshop, and then there's the yearly, and then the monthly is just really kind of like a trial. So you can check it out. So, dude, what are we doing here on the video? I think and right now I can feel it, dude. People are like, oh shit, man. Oh, and then now they're gonna go find like, well, when does the call start? I can hear it. Alex getting owned yesterday was so funny. Oh, dude, the jokes write themselves, my boy. 420? 420 is the earnings call? Yeah, man. Those of you guys on TikTok, how many of you guys had a good day today? Am I one of those people who are sponsored to do this? You get a lump sum to trade and get commission? No, dude. No. I can show you a DM right now from TikTok. That was a cool video. Some lady DM me and emailed me. Ivy would actually be able to tell you this as well. They were like thirsting for me to like they're doing a options funded thing. I will not. There's very few things that I would affiliate for, like maybe TradingView, you know what I mean? But like really, I don't care. So no, I don't do any funded accounts. I don't. There, if you learn from me and you just watch my live streams, there's no way for me to capitalize off of that. I don't even make any money off of TikTok. Made some money on Tesla. Nice. I don't know the details of that, Nate. I mean, if it does do funded options, oh shit. Hold on. That's a good start. That's a good start. One more little burst of volume here, and or even just holding here wouldn't be a bad idea. Little Onk putting up AI chart picks. Who's that? Yeah, if you have any gains from today and you want to throw them in the chat, I'd love to see you. Let me see you. Oh, disgusting.
Good signal, Potter.
Yes, if you get the yearly, it takes it's everything, class included. What's up, man? What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good.
What were you saying? I missed it.
I was saying thanks for the signal on APP.
Oh shit!
Scam me again.
Scam me again. Oh shit, man. Let's see. Did you post that?
Yeah, I did.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. There it is. You sound like you're perpetually chilling, man. Good God. Look at that, dude. $1.60, $160 to $820. Another guy was
I think
trading on the 1 second. Can you post your loss? Yeah, if you post a loss inside of the Discord, not in the Gains page, but if you post a loss and you want to discuss it, yeah, you can do that. I know TTD did drop, but it hasn't lost that floor yet. Yeah, the most important thing, again, the percentages haven't changed in years. We keep them up there. And we use low risk when we do it, so you know you don't have to put a fuck ton into every single trade. You can make a big lump sum and use a fraction of it. But yeah, exactly. Hold on 1 second. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Yeah, good. Have a good day, dude. I just lost my train of thought. So, oof, CRM with a tap right off the top there. You know what though? Let that price settle. As long as it doesn't lose anything, if it can bounce and hold itself up here, it's still in position. So, yeah, trade through your business so you can write shit off. But I thought we were doing the no tax thing this year. What are we doing, guys? Are we not rebelling? Win rebellion. No, I'm just joking. All right. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Today was fucking amazing. I'm gonna go hang out with my kids and chill with them. Tomorrow, 8:30. Or actually, I'll be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. If you have any questions about the Discord or anything like that, you can DM me. I will not DM you. I will not randomly ask you how your trading is going. And if you join the Discord and you see me DM you, it's not me. Okay? I do not reach out to anybody ever. My grandma just asked me, oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, Peyton just finished is this the bottom skirt? Yo, any ladies in the chat right now? Not yet. Oh shit. Yo, Peyton hand beated this motherfucker. Sorry. Principal Patterson. Nope, down. Zoom it in. Zoom, enhance. That's all. She did all of that beating by hand.
Sorry, I just got that. Oh.
That's just the bottom. There's a corset that's going to go with it too. That took her 70 hours though.
No, just
Karina Online. If anybody's screenshot that.
80 hours beating.
So it's nice from a dance mom. Yeah, she's a mom dancer.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Isn't that sick, dude? Yeah, she made all that from drawing, mapping, all the things out. She's with it. My message request is locked. No, not on Discord. It's not. You can send me a message request.
Hey Potter,
Yes, sir.
are you able to look at a stock FIG right now or no?
FIG Fig? Yeah, I can look at it really quick for you. What's up? Oh, damn.
I think it's gonna go to like 40. What I'm looking at. If Nvidia's earning goes really well, it's gonna go to I think
you
around
have a
40.
clean target of 36.72. Listen, if your target gets hit, you're going farther than that. You're going to 42, right? Because think about it this way. This is to protect that. And if you break that, we're running over this. So I would say 40's, yeah, psychological, but it's really 43 above that. I'll post a picture of it, Karita. Yeah, no problem, dude. Hani Kanani. If you want, you can send us a email on the website, and if you need help getting into the Discord, we'll get back to you. I'm one assistant down right now, so Alex is scrambling to manage everything in the background right now. So if it takes a little bit longer, just make sure to DM Alex. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning, bright and early, 8 o'clock. Get some good rest.
Peace.
Yep. Have a good day. Post your gains if you have any. Bye-bye now. Nice. Nice, dude. What a great day. What a good ass day, man. Kava. Q's did exactly what we told them to do. Redonkulous. No, I haven't, Chris. Yeah, we had a really good day. So good. Real good, apparently. It's fucking crazy, man. Some of the gains people post picture, like one of my favorite. He's been in here for a long time, but every time he makes money in the Discord, he always turns it into art. 534% with the Patrick. It's good. It's good shit. Yeah, what a meme. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, Kava was good shit. All right, folks. I'll see you guys a little bit after, or in a little bit at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So peace out.